All right. I broke my GoPro mount to my helmet. It is broken. Halfway. The clip that goes on the GoPro snapped off this morning. Whoa! I got a little bit too excited and tried to take it off my helmet to charge it, and yeah, it broke off, but it's still holding. It's still holding a little bit. I hope the GoPro doesn't fall off my helmet. That would be tragic. But anyway, right now I am in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We just left Estabrook Park, which is kind of my old stomping grounds, you could say. I used to skateboard here a lot because there's like a DIY, do-it-yourself skate park that a bunch of skaters built a bunch of years ago with concrete in like an old tennis what do you call it, tennis court, tennis field, definitely not tennis field, tennis court, whatever it is. And there's also a beer garden here, which is where we just left. I had a bratwurst, a little bit of sauerkraut. I'm feeling very German, sprechen Sie Deutsch? I took German for 7 Jahre, 7 years. I don't remember much of it. I never went to Germany, but I feel like if I did, I'd be able to hold my own. I'd be able to have light conversations with some people. But anyway, why are we in Milwaukee? Why are we not in Chicago? Thing is, this weekend, the plan was to go to Road America in Plymouth, Wisconsin, or Elkhart Lake. I always get the two confused. It's one of those two. The plan was to infiltrate. Oh yeah, jump it. The plan was to infiltrate the racetrack. It is my favorite place on earth so far that I know of. I've been there 3 times so far. This would have been the 4th. And I say would have been because we kind of failed a little bit, and I'll explain. So we went, here we go. We went to Road America trying to get in the back way that we know. And we get there, we go through the forest, because there's forests all around Road America. It's a really beautiful track. Perfect for a bike, absolutely perfect. When it's bike race weekend at Road America, you gotta be there if you like motorcycles. It's so cool. So we go in there and we're riding through the forest, through the trails, getting lost here and there. But then we find our old camping ground where we camped at last year, because there's campgrounds there. And we get there. Today's Sunday, by the way. So we get there, all the campers are gone, all the tents are gone. I think they kicked everybody out early in the morning. They're like, yeah, wrap it up, it's time to check out. And the fence to get to like the main area of the track was closed. It was closed. So I went back into the forest from like the campground area, that we camped at last year, and I went in through some of the other trails trying to see if it was open, and then one of them had like a big log in front of it, so I got off the bike and walked through trying to see, and I'm like bushwhacking, with my helmet on, full gear, looking like an astronaut. I'm bushwhacking, and all the gates were closed. Super unfortunate. So we couldn't get in the not so proper way is the way I'll put it. So I'm like, all right, let's go to the main gate and see if they'll do us a favor. Why would they do us a favor? I don't know. They don't know us, we don't know them. But 3 years in a row we've been paying customers, so that doesn't necessarily warrant us to get in somewhere for free. But I'm like, I might as well try it. So I went to the main gate. I asked the lovely young lady at the gate. I'm like, hey, how much are the tickets? I was thinking as I'm going up to the gate, I see people paying in front of me. I thought about creating a lie in my head, and I thought about just being like completely BSing my way in to Road America. I thought about being like, oh, I was here last night and I camped and I forgot my cast iron pan at my campground, and I don't have my ticket anymore because my email got confiscated by the Russians, and I don't have my paper ticket because it burned in the fire that I made last night. Whatever, you know, I was gonna make up a lie like that, but I decided against it. I went up to her and I'm like, how much are the tickets, ma'am? And she's like, $60, which is $10 more than last year. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate the tax. Whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. So I told her, I'm like, any chance I could get in for free? And I said it like that, like an idiot. I'm like, any chance I could get in for free? And she's like, no. And I stuck with it. I'm like, why? I'm like, why not? And she's like, I can't do that, sir. I can't do that for you. Whatever. I feel like in a lot of situations in life, you could talk your way into things. I guess if you're charismatic enough, if you have enough confidence. You know, you've seen videos of people putting on highlighter yellow suits and a construction hat and going into construction sites or buildings that are just being built and nobody bats an eye. I could have done something like that, like, oh yeah, you know, I work here, I'm a vlogger or whatever. I am part of the press and I belong here, and I just lost my ticket. I should have done a wheelie for them, but yeah. It didn't work out. So this weekend, which crept up on me anyway, I thought this Road America Superbike race was somewhere in July. It's like the beginning of June. I don't know. I'm lost. So it kind of crept up on me. So we were going to come this Sunday and kind of hop in, ride around. I was going to make a video in there. It's the coolest place in the world, I'm telling you, for motorcycles. But it didn't work out like that, and like I said, I think in my first video on YouTube, I said, when life throws you difficulties, you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta slip, you gotta dodge, you gotta roll away. Whatever I'm saying doesn't make any sense. It's not a big deal. There's more important things going on in life than motorcycle racing at Road America, but I would have liked to go. Doesn't matter, I'm going next year. Here we go. What a jump. Love jumping speed bumps. But anyway, yeah, we are in Milwaukee, which is an absolutely beautiful city. I love it. I wouldn't say equally to Chicago, but I do like it quite a bit. I would say 85% of Chicago. It's just so cool. It's got so much history. It's an old city just like Chicago. It's not as big, but the layout is essentially the same, just on a what do you call it? And a slimmed down scale a little bit, which is interesting. It's like should have been in first gear there. It's like a mini Chicago. That's the way I feel about it. It's got a lot of great history. It's got a lot of beer history. This is where like a lot of the American beers started coming from. And I do appreciate a good beer every once in a while. Nice cold beer on a hot day like today. It's a beautiful thing. Here we go. I'm gonna jump the speed bump like nobody's business. Woo! Let's go! How you doing? But anyway, I'm a little bit disappointed about Road America, but it's alright. I've seen it 3 years in a row, and today just wasn't my year. Chalk it up to that. Could not infiltrate. I'm trying to figure out here, while I'm yapping, I'm trying to figure out where downtown Milwaukee is. Because that's kind of what I wanted to show in the video, but I don't want to make this thing too long, like some of my other ones. My other video was like 25 minutes long. Who's watching that? I watched it multiple times. Oh, there it is. There's Milwaukee. There's the beautiful city, the brewery capital of the Midwest. Yeah, because I guess I was gonna say something about like Napa Valley, California, where they brew a bunch of wine, but I guess they don't really brew it there. It's just like wineries. This is more about the beer. Good old American beer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm surprised my GoPro hasn't fallen out yet. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. There's the river. Some nice apartments right by the river. Where are we going? Straight? What's that? Ice? Ice in the corner. What did I want to talk about? Yeah, basically the Road America situation, Milwaukee. I don't know if I had any other talking points, to be honest. I'm kind of just feeling pretty good. I'm riding. It's a beautiful day. A beautiful day in the USA to be free and to do as I please, do as we please. Could even stand on a motorcycle if you want. I wonder what this looks like on the video, to stand like this. Give my bum a rest. Alright. How long has this been going on? Am I talking like an idiot? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Who cares, really? Look at. Who's that? That's Mr. DeepCut. That's who that is. Yes, sir. We're going right. All right. All right. Wow. I was thinking if I ever get to do, not if, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. Because I'm planning on it. When I get to make some videos in Europe, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. Either I'll ship this bike, because I am absolutely in love with this bike. Favorite bike of all time. I know I've only been I've only been riding for like 4 or 5 years, but and I don't have much other. Well, I do have other experience because I've ridden a lot of bikes. I've ridden friends' bikes, I've ridden demo bikes, I've ridden bikes at Road America, I've ridden bikes on the track. Oh, you're welcome. I just stalled. So embarrassing. I've ridden a lot of bikes, and this one, by far, is my favorite. Nothing better than a KTM 390 Adventure. Just the lightweight, the nimbleness, the looks of it. I love the orange. So I would love, absolutely love, to ship my bike to somewhere like Poland or England, and we're on the rails, riding on rails. That's always kind of dangerous. You gotta watch out for like train tracks and stuff. But I would absolutely love to ride my bike in Europe and make some videos just kind of talking about European history. And the oldest castle in Europe is in Poland, and that would be a very, very cool place to visit. I would love that. Go to Warsaw, go to Gdansk. That would be truly amazing. And then go to England, go to Manchester, Birmingham, Leeds, south to what's that city called? What's it called? Brighton? Yeah, Brighton. That's like the California of England. It's on the coast. It's on the south coast. Very posh, very expensive. Very dashing. But yeah, I would love to ship my bike there. If not, then I'll just rent a bike out there, or buy a bike, depending on how it goes. But I'm definitely planning on that. That would be amazing. I'm planning a trip in Tokyo as well, like a solo trip. And of course I'm going to be riding a bike. Why wouldn't I? Literally, why wouldn't I? Why would you not ride a bike in a new country? That's the best way to explore. Just like in Milwaukee, best way to explore is on a motorcycle. And we're doing it live. We're doing it live. But anyway, another thing I wanted to talk about is kind of like, I know I explained it like in the first video I made on YouTube, but the reason why I'm making these videos, I kind of wanted to talk about. It's a bit of a selfish. What? I don't know what the right lane is. I'm colorblind. I'm colorblind. I see that my bike is orange.
Yeah, I know. I got some of that too.
This guy's talking shit. Whatever. Pay no mind to the pedestrians, to the civilians. He's still talking to my ear. That's fine. Wow, that's crazy. But anyway, the reason why I'm making these videos, I'm making sort of a diary for myself. So I'm 26 years old. In another 26 years, I want to see the way I saw the world, the way my brain was working. That's why I'm kind of just talking about whatever. You know, my main plan with this channel was to make history videos, and of course I still want to do that, and of course I'm still doing that. Of course I'm still working on that. But I think these little like vlog videos, riding and talking about whatever, is interesting to me. I like rewatching my own stuff and seeing the way, even on like my first video, which is only like 2 months ago at this point, I rewatched it and I'm like, huh, that's the way my mind was working 2 months ago. And who knows what I'll be thinking in 26 years from now when I'm 52 or whatever. But I'd like to see the way I was thinking, you know, in the year 2024, when I was 26, when I had this bike, when I lived here, when I was doing this, when I knew these people. I think it's interesting. I think it's like a little diary. A little diary that I don't have to write, you know. I don't have to use a little number 2 Ticonderoga pencil. It's a video, which is a lot more kind of, you know, with the times. How you doing? How you doing? So that's really the main reason why I'm making these videos, just to kind of look back for myself personally. Of course I want other people to watch it. That's a great feeling for me too. I don't think it's vain. I think it's more like, you know, I want to put something out into the world that's a little bit creative, a little bit like what I want to do. And I think it's really cool that people watch it. I love it. But the main satisfaction that I'm getting from it is watching it back myself and just seeing where I was, what I was doing. Like, honestly, I would love to just carry a camera with me around in my daily life, like every day, all day. It might get a little boring. My life is not, you know, not everyone's, no, I'm not going to say not everyone's. Nobody's life is crazy exciting all the time. There's a little bit of, you know, there's taxes and there's laundry and boring stuff like that. Not boring for me. It's all perspective. But anyway, things like this, where I'm riding a motorcycle on a beautiful day with my dad and in a beautiful city. It's like, I don't know. I get great joy from it, and I get immense joy from recording it and documenting it. And the way I hooked up this whole microphone setup, I get to kind of speak my mind and what I'm thinking at the time, which I think is awesome. And I think to look back on it years in the future is going to be really exciting. And that's why I'm planning on like continuing this this series of just talking randomly, yapping, talking nonsense, you know. Accident. It's fun, super fun for me. It's like what I look forward to the most nowadays, honestly. When I first got this bike 4 years ago or whatever it was, absolutely fell in love with riding and everything about it. I knew I always wanted to ride a bike, and I knew I would always be a biker because my dad was. And obviously when you grow up, you're not going to become exactly like your parents, but I felt like a deep attraction to it, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. And I didn't for a long time when I was younger, and I think that's for the best, because I wouldn't have been good on a bike when I was first getting my license. I would have completely either crashed or gotten way too many speeding tickets. But now, as I grew up a little bit and kind of realized the reason why I ride, to explore, not to speed, and not to get this crazy adrenaline rush, which I get the adrenaline rush from exploration, from travel, from going on a road trip, staying over somewhere, going to a coffee shop in the morning, meeting the locals, seeing what the city has to offer, going out that night in the city if I'm staying somewhere, meeting new people. It's a beautiful thing. And meeting other bikers is just awesome. It's like this little community that you have with people that you don't even know, but you share a common interest. And the common interest is something as cool as motorcycles. I can't get enough. I can't get enough, I'm telling you. If you don't ride a bike, obviously that's your choice, but damn, figure it out, you know? Anyway, enough of me gushing about motorcycles. I think I've talked enough. Am I still recording? Yep. I think I've talked enough. We're leaving Milwaukee now. It's back there. I just wanted to talk about... So what did we talk about today? Milwaukee, the city. Oh, these are crazy. I gotta watch out. Talked about Road America, how I couldn't get in, but it's fine. I'll go next year. And we talked about the reason why I'm making these videos. And guess what? It's a selfish reason, and that's fine. Whatever. Who cares? Anyway, this is a pretty cool building. It tells the temperature and it tells the time. What else do you need to know? You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm having a good time on this beautiful bike. I rode all the way up 140 miles to Road America today, and we're riding 140 miles back, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to DeepCut Motoring, or DeepCut Ride episode 7, I think. I've lost track a little bit. Eventually I'm gonna have like 100 episodes. Maybe I'll get better at counting at that point, but who knows. I'm gonna try one wheelie for you guys before we send it off. Here we go. No, let's try a better one. I got the wheel off the ground a little bit, but after this U-Haul truck, let's rip it. All right, hold on. Let's do it a little bit somewhere safer. One last wheelie and I will send her off. So if I crash, it's gonna be a beautiful end to the video. If I don't crash, it's gonna be even better because I'm safe and sound. And yeah, here we go. Let's rip it. Let's go. Yeah, that's how you ride. All right, here we go. Let's figure this out. There we go. That was a wheelie. That was definitely a wheelie. I feel accomplished. I feel like this video was decent. I also feel like it's going on for a little bit too long. So, sayonara, hasta luego, auf Wiedersehen, gute Nacht, do svidaniya, dobranoc, good night everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.